Okay, welcome back. So, if you want to lose weight in a rapid time, so you don't know what to expect in the next 8 weeks, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you, as I refine my offer, as I put everything together, of how I'm helping people see amazing results and how I can also help you. So I can lose that body fat, how you can build consistency, how you can really start to see some tangible results and maintain it for life, okay? Because the thing is, you most likely don't have a system, you don't have a way of working, you don't know what you're doing, you're just guessing, you're just throwing things at the wall, just hoping something sticks and works. But real life, as I go right now, I'm gonna give you a step-by-step guide of exactly how to and what to expect across the next 8 weeks in terms of body fat, how much you can lose, how it works, and guide you through the process. So let me do it. Look, just to show you, this is not BS if my camera allows me. Look, I've got my laptop and my screen on there, and I'm going to show you exactly and walk you through it as I build it out and go through it. So I'm going to work screen you, but when I get this done, I'm going to show you exactly what to expect and set up. So firstly, what does the process look like? So look, dropping body fat, you have to go through a certain method. It takes a certain process, it takes certain things. There's key principles. You can't guess these things. You genuinely have to have these things dialed in. So essentially, if you want to tone, lean, and physique, you want to drop body fat, you want to target that body fat. You want to target and isolate body fat. You want to try to preserve, keep lean, muscle, water weight, all those other things. You want to focus on the body fat and really target it with your approach. The best method, hands down, the thing that's going to give you the best results is by looking at your nutrition, by sorting out your diet, your nutrition, because that is going to give you the biggest results. It's going to give you the biggest return, the biggest results if you implement and focus on that. As you can see, most of the time people say 80% is nutrition, 20% is the gym. There's so many different analogies, but it is spot on because nutrition makes the major difference because it's the number one contributor that you can do. If you go to, as it all hinges on calories, right? If you try to burn more calories and have an approach that you're going to outtrain a bad diet or you're going to do more, you can only hit a certain amount of like what is, if you went to the gym, jumped around, done everything crazy, what's like 300 calories for like 45-minute to an hour session? 300 calories, that's a chocolate bar, for example. So that's why nutrition plays the biggest role and the biggest role. That's why it's so important that you get a handle of it first before you go. And the best way to do that is by tracking calories. Look, to start, you don't have to track calories your whole life. I don't track calories. My clients get to a level where they don't have to track calories anymore. They're going on holidays, they're eating what they want, they're enjoying themselves, and they're living the daily life. They got busy schedule, but they have some sort of structure, some sort of formula, some sort of foundation to build on, and that builds off of firstly tracking your calories. It's not for life, but to start off with, you have to know where you're at, what you're doing, how much food you eat, how much calories are you consuming. So let's start on the basis. That's why tracking calories is really important. And if you have not, it's the first task that you need to do. When it comes to fat loss, it is paramount because you need to be in a calorie deficit and you need to be below your calorie maintenance, because then your body will start using fat stores to run the system, to run everything that's going on, which will mean that you're going to be dropping body fat. So calorie deficit is the next thing, okay? And what can you expect? How much body fat should you? 0.5 to 1 kilograms of body fat is ideal per week, okay? That's what you want to be looking at. That's what you're going to be targeting, because if you try to lose weight too fast at a rapid rate, what you could also be losing is muscle. You could also be losing water weight. You could be losing a combination of things. You want to target body fat. That's how you're going to get that lean, toned physique. So body fat, that's our target. So 0.5 to 1 kilograms is a nice sweet spot. And then if you are implementing the things in your nutrition, such as being in a calorie deficit and protein, which we'll get to in a moment, very, very important, then you should be targeting 0.5, 1 kilogram of body fat. And in 8 weeks, what does that look like? That looks like 4 to 8 kilograms of body fat. If you meet everything, if you meet all the principles that are going to come up, if you hit all the targets, if you follow all the methods that are set out, then you can expect to lose 4 to 8 kilograms of body fat, which can drastically change your body image. It can start to allow you to show your abdominals, to smaller waist. The belly fat's could start going down, reducing, and you can really start to see some definition, because there is muscle there. You can get the definition. We just need to target and focus on that body fat, and that is the idea. That is the idea behind it. So again, principles: 8 weeks, you can expect 4 to 8 kilograms of body fat. Just targeting body fat if you follow. So how practically sounds all good, right? Sounds amazing. So how would we do that? So the first thing is looking at your numbers. Like, you have to look at the numbers in a scientific term. So firstly, we need to figure out what your maintenance is. Your maintenance is just the calories you need on a daily basis to keep you alive, to survive you. What's the maintenance your body needs to survive? From there, what we're going to do is just go in a deficit. So it could be around 400 calories, just below that, roughly around 400, around that mark. Calories, you want to be below that, and then you just want to stick to that number, okay? You want to stick to that number because now you're in a calorie deficit, which means your body is going to be losing weight, and then at the same time, through our nutritional choices, which is a high protein diet, we are going to be dropping body fat and still preserving the lean muscle that we maintain, that we all have. And resistance training will also go into that, but today we're just going to be looking at nutrition because that is the biggest that's the biggest thing that's going to allow you and help you to see the results, okay? So just making sure that you are in a calorie deficit of roughly around 400. 400 is good. How do you calculate this? Look, you don't need to do it yourself. You can go onto calculators online. You can ask ChatGPT, you can just search it on Google. You'll see a few different formulas where you can just input your data, your height, weight, your age, and it will shoot you across a number of how many calories you need to have, especially if you're if you want fat loss and you want to preserve and maintain fat loss. The thing is, as well, as part of that is if you do it yourself, you're going to look at your BMR, and then you're going to also look at your daily expenditure, how active you are, how much you move. But I try to make this simple for you, so make life easy for you. If you just simply go on Google or you just go online, you can just get a calculator that will give you that exact number. So that might look like 1,400, 1,600, 1,200, whatever it is. It's going to look different to every person, but just get what your number is, and then you just have to be consistent with it. It's really important to hit the number and stick as close as you can to that number. Reason being is because if you're too low, it might be the case that you're not going to be getting enough protein into your diet, and protein is really important for various reasons. I'm going to give you a few, but I'll create another video on that. But protein is so important for various reasons. It's going to help you to preserve the muscle. It's going to help you to build the muscle as well that we want to do. It's also going to help you in terms of dropping body fat because it is a more satiating nutrition and more satiating macro, which means it's going to keep you fuller for longer. It is also going to help you drop body fat because it is a calorie that breaking down the protein, it requires more calories. Your body expends more calories doing it, going through the process. So for so many reasons, protein is such a great, important number. And to get your protein, you just times it by 1.2 to 1.6, just depending on how active you are. But if you go through the calculator, it should also break down your macros. So once you hit your calorie tracking, your numbers that you need to have to be in a calorie deficit, the next thing you want to do is protein. Make sure you hit your protein target. It's so important. The amount of times I say to clients, hit your protein. And that's why one of the first steps is I have a protein cheat sheet, a protein hack of just high protein foods and how to easily get 100 grams of protein plus into your nutrition diet. Because for most people, it's most likely going to be 100 grams or more of protein that you need to hit. So really simple how to hit 100 grams of protein or more. So I've got a few things on that. But just making sure you get protein as the first thing on your plate, the first focus, the first meal of your day, the first everything. Protein needs to be orientated around protein. So that's why it's really important that you get that set out, that you get your protein, you get your meals, you get your staples on there. Then the other carbs, fats, they're interchangeable, just down to your preference, just what you prefer, right? You can play around with them. Healthy fats are important to try and get them into your diet because you can get omega-3 and there's certain healthy fats that our body doesn't produce. So it's really important that you can get those. Carbs are obviously important. They're our body's preferred energy source, but again, you can technically survive without having carbs, but it's very hard because carbs are in everything, veg, fruit. So many things have carbs in them, so it's so hard to avoid them. That's why it's best just to have it in modest amounts and have it around your training. So that's what would help. So really simple. Those are the principles, the foundations. Let's go over it again. Firstly, figure out your maintenance. It's easier if you just use a calculator, give you everything, and then just go around 400 lower than your maintenance calories. Stick to that number. Reason being is you're probably gonna have to hit your protein goal. You're gonna have to hit your protein target. So you're gonna need to be around that level so you can get enough. And then also, because you'll be training, because you'll be active, because you'll be getting steps in, you'll be doing all these sorts of things, you are gonna need to have a good level of fats or carbs, whichever you prefer as an energy source, because that's what's going to allow you to keep moving. That's going to allow you to feel energized so you don't have those crashes and feel low, okay? So carbs, fat's also going to play a factor into it. So that's why it's important, if that number is 1,400, 1,300, that you stick as close as you can to it. Don't have to be as a T, but as close as you can, whilst also hitting the protein macro, and then just depending on how your body feels, because you want to be able to navigate and able to move. So you want to make sure that you're getting the fats and the carbs to support you if your energy is dipping or you're feeling low from training and everything that's going on. That's the first thing. Second thing, I said protein. Make sure to hit that target. If you comment down below, I'll send you the basis that I've created, but also a protein cheat sheet, because that's really important. A protein hack, how you can easily hit 100 grams of protein on the go, so you don't have to think about it. Like I said, protein is so important. It's going to allow you to, because when you're dropping the body fat through being in a calorie deficit, you're going to still need to preserve, you're going to still need to maintain that lean muscle. So protein is going to help with that. It helps with recovery, it helps with building the muscle. It also helps with fat loss as well, for various reasons. So again, I have so much to say about protein, but for now, just know, trust it, just get protein. Make sure you hit that protein target, because if you are in a calorie deficit but you're not getting enough protein, it could be the case that that number that I said, 0.5 to 1 kilogram target in fat, it may be the case that it's going to be muscle, water weight, so your body's not really going to change or shift the way you want to. So protein. So make sure to hit the protein target. Comment down below right now and I'll send you that cheat sheet. 100 grams of protein easily to hit that. Next thing is hitting the protein target. Those are the two. So if you follow those two things on a consistent basis, and you're obviously training, you're getting a good level of activity, but those two as a main principle, calorie deficit, protein, and you're hitting it consistently, you can expect 0.5 to 1 kilograms of body fat, depending, it can vary, depending on genetics, all those sorts of things. We won't go into it. So in 8 weeks, that can look like 4 to 8 grams of body fat dropped. It's incredible, and you can start to see some visibility. Now, the thing this hinges on, it's easier said than done, right? The thing that hinges on is consistency. Now, that's where consistency comes in. The magic happens when you stay in a deficit for long enough and consistent, not just for 2-3 days. You don't just hit your protein target for 2-3 days. You have to do it consistently over a period of time, over weeks in a row, for you to see the definition, because you start to see and feel more lighter, more energetic, having less body fat, recognizing yourself again, looking in the mirror and thinking, whoa, I look awesome. So it's just about consistency and implementing that over time. I'll create another video about how to be more consistent, how to, I've already got a few, how to, what consistency means, how to give you the structure. I'm building it out in my program, as you can see. So it'll give you all those principles. But what I wanted to discuss today is just what is a realistic target or goal to see in the next 8 weeks when it comes to fat loss. How much fat loss can you expect? What's realistic? What's possible? What numbers should you be targeting or should you be working towards? And I think we've got them spot on there. So now you know, just making sure you're in a calorie deficit. Easiest thing is just going to on Google, or just get a calorie calculator, which will give you all the numbers, and then protein, hitting those protein targets and those protein goals, hitting those numbers. And if you do that consistently, you can expect to lose 4 to 8 kilograms of body fat, not weight, of specific body fat. And that will make such a big difference to your physique, to your body, where you can start to see a leaner and more defined physique, and you can start seeing that frustrating, unwanted body fat reducing and eliminating it. So that's it. That's all the details. This is the program that I'm building out. That's the realistic goals that I can set out for people. And then obviously there's other elements that come to it, but that's just to stretch your vision so you can see what's going on, what you can expect, what the next week or the next couple of weeks can look like to the 8-week mark, and what's the fastest way essentially to drop body fat but still maintain a lean physique and not sacrifice it. But takeaways: if you want one-on-one coaching, if you want to be in part of the program and you want to follow through with it, if you said, oh, I've heard it so many times before, Eunice, yeah, protein, calories, but I just can't stick to it. If you want the help to actually implement it and accountability, then DM me the word right now, fat loss below, and I'll have it in the description. And then you can be part of this. You can actually see it like I'm literally building out, so you can actually take part of it and see those results. Secondly, if you comment down below cheat sheet, if you comment it down below, I'll send you my protein guide. If you're like, okay, cool, I understand, I can hit those calories, I'm gonna hit the tracking, all those sorts of things, but I just need more protein, comment down below and I'll send you my protein hack, how you can get 100 grams of protein easily into your diet, into your nutrition on a daily basis consistently, so you can see some of those results. And the other thing is, if you want a simple thing, just start off with tracking your calories right away. Even if you find it difficult to hit that number and you're like, okay, I'd like to do this in the future, but where can I start off now? That's a bit ambitious for me. Just start off, download MyFitnessPal, and I can send you another link if you want that of how to use MyFitnessPal, which is part of the program. Just comment down below, MyFitnessPal, and I'll send you a guide of exactly how to easily use it. But just start getting into the habit of tracking things. That's what I typically do the first part of my program. Just get in the habit of tracking, just getting used to tracking, putting things on there, understanding the impact of macros, how macros work, and how to actually do it and get it in as part of your lifestyle. You can start off with that. But yeah, takeaways, don't worry, program's gonna be incredible, it's gonna be amazing. Really seen amazing results. People dropped body fat, felt stronger, felt more energized, felt leaner, just from a simple system and a method. But for you watching this video, if you want to start off with it, again, calories, protein, comment down the cheat sheet. If that's too much for you, just start tracking your calories, seeking a bit of awareness and a bit of an understanding. Just comment MyFitnessPal and I'll send you guys how you use it. Yeah, that's it. That's how simple it is. So follow these principles and you can lose 4 to 8 kilograms in the next 8 weeks, and you're gonna look so much leaner. You can start seeing your abs again, you can see a smaller waist, and yeah, there you go. All covered for you in this video. So I'll see you next time. I hope you found it useful. Comment down below, let me know if you did.